Hey, happy Monday, everyone. Okay, I'm not seeing who is on here, and if you are on, please let me know if my sound is clear. I really do need to get a mic. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the train. We'll just have to wait for that one. Oh gosh. What a crazy one. Let's see. Okay, guys, please let me know if my sound is okay because I'm not sure. I usually have someone log in just to test, but yeah, all by myself today. All by myself. Okay. Just waiting for the train to pass so that I can get started. Wow. It has been a quite a week, the previous week, but all good. Feeling blessed and highly favored. And guys, I hope my sound is clear and I'm loud enough, hopefully. So today I just want to touch on something I had. It was not so long ago, about doing something that you have to, something that you don't necessarily like, to live the life that you want to live, or to be at a place that you want to be at. And for some time this kind of like made me ask a lot of questions, and it was for the best. It was for the best, and it actually aligned with kind of what I'm going through at the moment. And yeah, because I'm all about, if I don't want to do it, I won't do it, and I don't compromise in that regard. But actually listening to Les Brown's webinar on, like, he's a motivational speaker, so he was motivating in terms of success and what it means to be successful. So this one time he actually, let's wait for the train. This one time he actually spoke of how he actually lost his DJing job. He was DJing at a radio station. He lost that job and he had to cut grass for a living. And he did cut grass, and because he was so well known already as being like a disc jockey, so people were like so amazed, like, oh my gosh, Les Brown is cutting my grass, can you believe? And you know how people do, they'll call friends and call, like, did you see, he's actually cutting my grass. And this is where he actually got his next opportunity at a much better job. And when I think back on that story, which kind of aligns with where I am right now, because I had to take a project. I was not keen on it because I'm doing a whole lot currently, making sure, I just want to get away from the wind, making sure that I actually do what I want to do and kind of pave a way for my success and what it means to me. So I had to take a job, and yeah, it's actually my first day. That's why I'm out here. But it was such a like, thinking back on that webinar, on having to do things that you don't necessarily like or necessarily are happy with, to get you to where you want to be. And this is the thing for me, that whole setup comes when you're caught between patience and complacency. because at one point you would think you are patient and you're waiting for things to come to you, whereas you actually are being complacent because you don't want to take the necessary risks. And such opportunities where you have to do what you have to get to where you want to be, they come to remind you firstly that, like, for me instant, like taking a job is something that I'm definitely sure that I do not want to, and I do not have to do. And I know now that I feel the way I do right now, not being happy, I can push further in my ventures, I can push further in my endeavors. And in that regard, I am grateful for this opportunity to actually circle back into having to take up a job, so that I know I definitely do not want to be employed. I definitely do not want to be answering to someone else. And sometimes it's not that you're being downgraded in life or you being backed against a corner. It's just so that you are channeling the right kind of energy. It's helping you determine what you want for your future, to determine what your success is to you. And this is a very important thing that, sometimes you forget. You are in your world so long that this is how you do things, and this is you, and you are not compromising. And there would be like those little nudges that you get from the universe that, you know what, yes, you are doing this, but it's not feathering you along the way you want to be feathered. So such opportunities are not to keep you wherever you are. They're there to push you along. It's just that nudge that you need to get where you want to be. It won't necessarily be something that you are happy about, or something that will just come easy and be comfortable. But some things that happen and some opportunities that you get are just there to take you that step further, are just there to make you, to cut that tie that's actually holding you back. And at the end of the day, I will encourage you to embrace them and be always at that mindset that this is not long term, this is temporary, this is something that is helping me to get to that stage I want to be at, or this is something that is going to help me jump that hoop that I've been struggling with. And me being back at work, it's like I've tallied up all the pros just to get me here, to make sure that I take this job, to make sure, you know what, with this job I would actually supplement a lot of my projects that I'm working on, a lot of my projects that kind of like were about to be on standstill because I was in, like time and financial supplements were not there. But now I know by taking this job, there's a lot of pros that come with them, and I'm looking at that positive. I'm looking at that, okay, this is just to help me along to achieving my definition of success. This is there to help me along in defining what my well-being is, in terms of living my best life, in terms of doing what I love to do, and that is to entertain. And I would like to encourage you, whatever situation that you're going through, and especially if it's something that you are not happy doing, do it regardless. Give it your best, and just always remind yourself that it's just for the time being. You are just there to jump that hoop. You are just there so that you can get to that next level, so that you are not complacent and then you end up in an unhappy situation long term. So for me, I would like to encourage you, like, if you get that opportunity to do something that you are not necessarily crazy about, take that opportunity, because it is for the best. Take that opportunity and make sure that you have an end goal when you're taking that opportunity. You might not be happy about it, but just look at what pros it brings you. Look at what opportunities it is bringing you, because that is for the best. Like, you will see that it won't be necessarily like a Debbie Downer. It won't bring you down. Instead, you will know that this is my end goal and this is what I'm working towards. And I want to remind you, like, every opportunity that comes your way, it's always for the best. It's always for the betterment of your well-being, always for the betterment of what you deem is success. And because you are a masterpiece and your default setting is greatness. Nothing will ever stop you from achieving that greatness. Greatness is your destiny. No matter what happens, no matter what hurdle you face, start looking at the opportunities that it presents. Start looking at the advantage that it's giving you. Start looking at the pros, and then you will see that there is no obstacle. Instead, everything is there to elevate you and make you a better version of yourself. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. Have an awesome week ahead, and let's keep this going. Have an awesome day.